All right, guys, thank you for joining me today, Instinctive Addiction Archery. I am Jeff Phillips. Got a cool one here for you today, by request. Okay, so the last video that I did, I built these aluminum 2117 arrows, okay? 675 grain total weight, serious hunting weight. Had tons of messages, guys wanting to know, hey man, can you show these arrows in action? Can you actually shoot them? Let me see how they fly. How does an arrow that heavy actually fly? How slow is it? Okay, I went a little further than that, guys. I mentioned in that video that I was thinking about putting a 200 grain tip instead of my 175, making them a full 700 grains. I wanted to see what they would do. Guess what? I shot them, and to me, they shot even better. I noticed no difference at all. No drop, no anything. The arrows flew absolutely perfect. And I've got 200 grain broadhead on one and a field tip on the other. And we're gonna shoot these bad boys at 25 yards. Instinctive, split finger. I'm gonna shoot this thing. I'm gonna show you guys, check it out. Got the big VPA on here. That is a full 700 grain hunting arrow. It ain't playing, guys. That I can guarantee you. It is not playing. Here we go. We're going to shoot the old deer target down there. Check it out. Bam! Oh. Perfect as it can be. As perfect as you can get. That thing flew like an absolute laser. No wiggle, no nothing. And it's windy today out here. Really windy. Hope the wind doesn't mess up our sound here because it's fairly windy. But when you shoot a heavy arrow like that, it is nowhere near affected by the wind like a light arrow would be, guys. Running a full 300 grains on the front of an arrow, man, it just goes. That was the most beautiful flight with a broadhead and the most perfect shot that you could ever get with a real heavyweight hunting arrow. And the penetration is ridiculous with these things. I love them, guys. I do. I'll shoot this field tip here behind it. There we go. All right, I shot about that far from it with my field tip. Broadhead, and that was just on me. It flew wonderful. But that first arrow, it hit right where I was looking, and the flight was just incredible with that thing. So let me go down here and show you just how these things penetrate. I mean, in a 3D target. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, that old target's been shot several times, and I mean, it's been patched up, but still, it's been filled and everything else. But these things, man, I don't care what you shoot them in, they are going to get penetration. So check it out, guys. We'll go down here and take a look. I absolutely love them. Yeah, my second shot I hit low and right. That was on me. Didn't focus just right, but that first one was driven home. So check it out, guys. Look at the penetration on this thing. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely. I mean, man, this thing, look at that. Man, they're so bad. Oh, I love them. That's what's so cool about these things. An arrow weighing that kind of weight, man, if this won't get the job done, I don't know what will, guys. And I had always heard about extreme heavy arrows. I mean, people always talk about, 600 plus grain arrows, that being the mark that you need to be at. And, the more I shoot them, the more I build them, the more I like them. And I have mentioned that in the past that I have achieved 700 grains out of some carbon arrows. But it's difficult. It's difficult to get that kind of weight out of a carbon build because generally they're so light spine to begin with, whereas your aluminum arrows, they're already like well over 10 grains per inch, so you got a good base. This raw shaft was in the 360s alone before anything was added to it. So anyway, as far as spines go, and I was going to mention this right quick, guys, a 2117, in my opinion, with this kind of weight on it, is good out of any bow from probably 47 to 55 pounds. You're probably going to be fine with that. Anything less than that, you're going to go probably with a 2016. And you can load it up the same way. It's not going to matter. I mean, it's going to spine for your bow, but you can still run the 300 grains up front and have basically the same weight range arrow. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I just wanted to show you these bad boys in action, and they don't play, guys. They don't play. I am amazed. I really am amazed at the performance of these things, and they're so cheap to build compared to what everything else costs. They're not even a third of the cost, and boy, do they shoot good and hit hard. So thank you for joining me on Instinctive Addiction Archery. I love you guys, and I pray everything we say and do bring honor and glory to the good Lord that gave all for us. Thank you, guys. Goodbye.